Okay, we're going to do our floating amber test. So, I read online, use 1 part salt to 1 part water. So, this is 2 cups. So, I'm going to use 4 cups of water. I think it'll be good for this bowl. And I have cheap-ass salt, regular old Morton salt. I'm not using my sea salt. I'm not using my Mediterranean salt. So, we've got 2 cups. Yeah, I think 4 is going to be enough. It can shine a bunch of different colors. It can have splotchy shine. It can even shine yellow and pink. It can shine green. It can shine blue. Okay, that's 4 cups. The pieces aren't that big, the ones that were bad. We had this bracelet, this beautiful pendant, and 2 pairs of earrings. There shouldn't be too much metal to prevent these from floating. So you got 4 cups of water. I'm going to turn this off. And now I need 4 cups of salt. That's a lot. But it said 1 part. It said equal parts. So let's do it. And I'm in Florida, so I'm surprised this salt isn't one big old clump, honestly. The salt's going to stick to this. So let's use. So I need 4 of these. Alright. So, oh Lord, it's all chunky. Let me pause this for a minute. Well, it's Florida, so this has been sitting up there, because this is just for, like, if I want to kill a weed, or I want to use salt for something other than cooking. I would use this cheap-ass regular old iodized salt. But it gets, you know, it's in Florida. It gets, you know, damp, so this is going to take forever to get this to fill up. It's like, come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I was surprised it said equal parts. I don't think Anna Banana used equal parts and her shit floated. But I'm going to follow what it says. And that was the instructions I got. So we got 1. That's going to be some salty ass water. I hope I have enough of this cheap salt. I don't want to use my Mediterranean sea salt. That's expensive. Okay, so I think we're going to end up with probably 3 cups out of this thing, and hope I got some more stashed somewhere. I'm down to the chunk that's in the... Come on. You can make it. Okay. So there's 2. That's a lot of salt. This big chunk. I don't want to use 2 cups of my good salt. Oh, no, I don't... And that, no, I usually have cheap-ass salt stashed for, you know, things that it's not for direct eating. But I did use a shit ton when I was killing those weeds and stuff along the fence. So this would be option 2, is this storage area. Doggone it, I'm going to have to use my good salt. I have to know, though, so we're going to go for it. I'm using my damn Mediterranean sea salt. Okay. It's not that expensive. But it's not that cheap either. Well, at least this has a big pore hole. Okay, so we get 2. See, it's chunky, big old chunky salt. It's going to take longer to melt, too, because that's cold water. Come on, baby. It emptied this and didn't quite make... I'm too short. Hey, I'm a short person. This is my solution to things I can't reach. Come here. My husband will be like, you need more salt? Yeah. What did you do? Did you brine something? No, I floated amber, honey. Alright, I gotta pop this top open. Let's get the handle of it. Add salt to your grocery list. Sorry if it's taking so long, but I wanted you guys to see I did it right. Okay. There's 3 cups. I wish it would pour faster. Oh, this actually is. Now this one is, because it's a brand new, big old, whoa, whoa, 4. I know. There you go. Now I need to stir it. You hear that? I spilled it and I'm crunching on the floor. I'm dressed, and today I am wearing what I'm selling. Because yesterday some of the things I was wearing, I wasn't selling because I fibbed. Let's give it a stir. Oh, Lord, y'all. Y'all, that's going to take a minute or 2 or 3 to melt. I don't know about that 1 part to 1 part. 1 cup of... Did I read it wrong? Because I also read someone else's a few teaspoons full. I think a person is floating this something, this salty. This is my dog. Just making sure it was kind of... Ew, look, it's yellow. Y'all, this song... Because I did see one thing said at least 3 tablespoons per small cup of water. This is a lot of salt. Well, we know it ain't all the salt that could be in there, so let's throw these suckers in. We're going to do this first. Where are you? Yeah, he's sunk. He ain't floating. He does have silver on him. But with all that salt, although it's still not melted, it's still just largely sitting in the bottom. But it should have floated, don't you think? It does have a lot of silver. I'll have to acetone test this one. Let's do an earring. The one that, there's 2 different styles. This one's kind of smaller with the closed backs. And these, well, they both have closed backs. Alright, so you got 2 pairs of earrings here. I'm just going to throw both pairs in. They sunk like a rock. They're sitting on top of the... They're actually just sitting on top of the salt. So it failed the float test. Assuming that this is right. That seems like a hell I'm missing an earring. It ate an earring. So it failed the float test. Let's try... I bought this from a freaking jewelry. Yeah, I think it's too much. They said if it had too much metal, it wouldn't work. Maybe it's too much metal. Plus, my salt ain't melted. Look at this. It's still sitting in the water. Maybe we need to come back to this when the salt is melted, because it's just yellow, too. I wonder why it's yellow. The bowl was clean. I mean, the salt looks white. I want it to melt. I want to do this properly. If there's not enough saline in the water, which so far it ain't, I picked like the strongest recipe. The other one said 3 tablespoons per small cup of water. But the other one said 1 part water to 1 part salt. So... it's going to take, it's going to take forever. Because you got to use cold water. This salt ain't melting no time soon. Well, I'm going to dry this off good and go ahead and try the acetone. If it's real amber, it ain't going to hurt it. If it's fake, then fuck, I don't care that it hurts it. And I got a video to make. I got stuff ready. Yes, I do. I unburied the stuff that was ready yesterday. I'm trying. I'm working it with my hands, trying to help it. Here, I can just get my hands nice and dry. Ooh, I got something under my nail. There you go. I can get like an exfoliation. There you go. Exfoliate my hands. I should put my other hand in there and rub the tops and exfoliate them. Give myself a salt scrub. This is not going nowhere fast. Y'all know that? I guess I could have melted it in hot water and then put enough cold water in it to bring it to a cold temperature, but I think that ship has sailed. I mean, it's getting less. It's melting. I think I got too much metal weight to float it, because it did say if it has a lot of metal, obviously the metal's going to hold it down. Yeah, I think the sterling is an issue. Well, a lot more of this has melted. This has got to be saltier than the Dead Sea, where people freaking float. A lot of it has melted. Let's just see if it made any difference at all. No, it just plumps and lands. It sits on top of the salt. I'm going to leave this to melt. I'm just going to leave it. And then let me rinse these poor things off. And I'll get I do have some real acetone fingernail polish remover because I'm just so glad I found it, because I buy the non-acetone type, and I found it under my vanity, like buried. And I was like, I probably have some from back before I learned, like, yeah, don't put that on your nails. It was one thing when I had fake nails, but on your real nails, you really don't want to use acetone. So I switched, but I had that, and it's got about that much in the bottom, but it's enough. I want to dry these good. They're so pretty. I want y'all to be real. I do. I really do. All right. I'm going to go upstairs. They're so pretty now since they've been cleaned and salt. I think the metal's too heavy. Let me go get the damn acetone. Okay, and I have the real nasty shit. You know, the drugstore brand has the warning on it. So I poured some in a lid. Some Q-tips. Alright, it's trying me to rub it. See, y'all can see, I'm double dipping. I'm rubbing the shit of it with acetone. I should have got a dry napkin so that I can see if it's sticky. It's not sticky at all. Not even, it stinks like holy hell. Alright, let's try. The bracelet was weird because it was glowing green just around the edges. But they were showing that in some of the videos that I watched. It was doing that. It was glowing in some places and not others. I'm going to use a dry end of this Q-tip. And we'll hit right in the middle of this sucker. We're smacking in good. We're putting a shit ton of acetone. I hope y'all can see because I can't see. Look, it's kind of cleaning it. Okay, let's just, should I dry it or not? Or just, I mean, I don't want to stick my finger in acetone. It should be. No, it's smooth as silk. There's no stickiness whatsoever. Okay, that's good. We did that one. Alright, we need to open you up so I can get to you. Alright, so that Q-tip is a goner. Let's get a clean one. We'll use this end. Let me use the dry end. See if we can't get in there. Well, might as well do the front. I mean, because if they're fake, who gives a fuck if I mess them up? I mean, they're getting drenched because there's a lot of acetone getting sucked up on this Q-tip, and I'm just kind of letting it drip all over it. I'm rubbing it. I am rubbing it. Hear it? Making a sound. Just give it a dab with the paper towel because I don't want to stick my finger in pure acetone. No. Let's do the front. I mean, you know, because it don't matter if they get screwed up, right? I need you to stand up, though. Can you stand up? There you go. Come on. Stand up. There you go. We're going to really douse. See it just running all over it. You see how blue it is. Some nasty, crappy stuff. Which I'm so glad I had because you know, it was a miracle I had any. Alright, let's see. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Let me have it. It's not sticky at all. Alright, so we gotta do this big one. I'm just gonna, okay, I already used that end and that end, so that's got to go. Hey, this is a scientific thing we're doing here. Alright, so let's bombard this one with a shit ton of acetone. I know, I could sell it as fake if I didn't fuck up the fronts, but I mean, really, do I want to sell fake amber? No, I really do not. So I'm rubbing it good, and believe me, it is sloshed with acetone. Here, I'll give it even more. I really soaked the shit out of it. Come here. Smooth as can be, not sticky at all. I gotta rinse and pour things off. And you, big baby, please don't be sticky. We're gonna use a fresh one. Get a good douse it. Ignore my dirty countertop. We're gonna rub the whole thing. Just give it a real good rub. We're gonna rub the dog shit out of it, as I say. I know they don't usually do this long. They usually just touch it with it and it turns sticky. No, it's smooth as glass, as smooth as silk. All right, I say we let the salt melt, which is going to take a while. Honestly, that won't float because of the metals. And I dropped the earring. Son of a bitch. Oh, good, it landed on my house shoe. Well, it didn't chip or anything. I'm going to rinse these